President Magufuli announced the decision when he stopped to greet residents of Igunga in Tabora region. Of Zanzibar, Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has met with stakeholders of Stone Town, where he said that the government will establish a special fund to preserve Stone Town. This comes a few days after a section of the historic building of the House of Wonders, otherwise known as Beit al-Ajab, collapsed.
Maalumu wa ujenzi wa mji Mkongwe. Uhifadhi una gharama na lazima gharama hizo zibebwe.
Conservation comes at a cost and they must be carried out. And the Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar is the main stakeholder, so we must begin as the government. We've been receiving a lot of questions on why we need to engage in conservation and why not be allowed to build as they please. But this is not possible because we follow international guidelines. Every house has its merits due to its heritage, but then how is it being used?
The Minister of Health, Community Development, Gender, the Elderly and Children, Dr. Dorothy Gwajima, has issued a 90-day deadline to directors of big health institutions to come up with plans of establishing industries that can manufacture medicines and medical products. Minister Dorothy Gwajima gave the directive during a tour of pharmaceutical industries, which the government has invested in, as well as the medical stores department.
Kwa taasisi zingine zote za kwetu nchini, mahospitali makubwa ya kibingwa, Muhimbili, kina JKCI na wengine wote, nao wakati MSD inanyanyuka kuelekea huko, na wenyewe wanatakiwa waniambie kitu gani watakachokitengeneza. Kwa sababu juzi nimetoka Pwani, Tumbi, nimekuta wanatengeneza maji, fluids zile, normal saline, ringa, lactate, ambazo wanaokoa shilingi milioni 41 kwa mwezi. Sasa nikasema kama Tumbi wamafanya hivi, mpaka Mloganzila na wenyewe wanapewa hayo maji. Hivi hizo hospitali 28 za mikoa na zenyewe zikasema mwenzetu anatengeneza maji, na mimi nataka nitengeneze tu GV.
Yaani hilo agizo ni zuri sana kwa kweli, kwa sababu viwanda vitakapokuwa viko vingi, ajira zitaongezeka kwa vijana. Maana kuna vijana wengi tu wana elimu lakini wanazurura mitaani.
A herd of elephants have stormed Makuni Jew village in Monduli district, Arusha region, killing a 55-year-old woman. Speaking at the funeral of the resident, the chairman of Makuni village, Ngayo Measi, said that elephants have become a big threat in the area.
We must know how the government is prepared regarding anyone who is killed by an animal. Human life cannot be paid, but there should be compensation. We have lost a lot of people. In the last 2 years, we've lost 6 people. We are faced with a big problem with elephants. The regional commissioner set a meeting where we all discussed on how to address this problem.
Handeni District Council in Tanga region is leading with a high number of malaria cases in the region, a situation that has been contributed by many residents, particularly from Mzundu village, using mosquito nets for fishing and poultry keeping. At a mosquito net distribution exercise, the District Commissioner of Handeni, Toba Nguvila, warned that anyone found using the nets for fishing and poultry keeping will have legal action taken against them.
There is increase in improper use of mosquito nets. People are using them different to how it was intended. The rate of malaria infection is high. In 100 patients, 62 are infected. Mosquito net is meant to protect oneself and his family from mosquitoes.
That is all for the national news. International news is next. in international news. U.S. President Donald Trump, on holiday in Florida, has finally signed a $2.3 trillion financial package that is crucial to millions of jobless Americans after coming under pressure from legislators. The Republican president had demanded the bill be changed to increase the size of stimulus checks for struggling Americans to $2,000 from $600, putting not only the enormous package of economic and public health assistance at risk, but the basic functioning of the government itself. And in the Democratic Republic of Congo, parties which support former President Joseph Kabila have urged leaders, including members of parliament who support President Felix Tshisekedi, to resign. President Tshisekedi's supporters have been accusing Kabila's allies of undermining his successor's right to govern, while Kabila supporters have accused President Tshisekedi of breaching the constitution.
Wakati anaposema mimi nimetoka mwenyewe mbele ya sheria ametangaza mimi siko tena wa chama chenu.
When he left office, the law requires that the position is filled by his deputy. If we choose to respect the constitution of this country, it will be right if we respect what was said.
The Ministry of Health in Burundi has started exams for military officers, whereby 2,755 youth from 18 regions are sitting the examination.
Those taking part are boys and girls from Bujumbura, but there are those taking part from other regions.
That's all for the international news. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and now in business news. Turnover at the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange during the week ending December 24th this year was 15.05 billion shillings compared to 14.79 billion shillings on December 14th, with investment on treasury bonds declining from 50.313 billion shillings to 11 billion shillings.
Upande wa hatifungani uwekezaji ulipungua kutoka bilioni 50.313 mpaka kufikia bilioni 11.
There was a decrease in bonds from 50.313 billion to 11 billion. On the week ending the 24th, investment in shares also decreased.
Kutoka milioni 2,820,000 hadi kufikia 713,726.
6 private planes carrying tourists from different nations have arrived in the country at Kilimanjaro International Airport, whereby the tourists will visit various tourist attractions for the end of the year festivities.
Some have come from Russia, Denmark, Sudan, and Germany, and tourists have alighted and now They are on their way to various tourist attractions. We have international as well as local aircrafts taking tourists to different paths.
CRDB Bank in Pemba Island has said that it supports President Hussein Mwinyi's efforts to develop the blue economy by providing loans to fishermen and traders so as to empower them economically.
They will bring good products and change so that others are encouraged. CRDB Bank was ready for a long time. Since the time Honorable Mwinyi was sworn in, we had a meeting in Zanzibar and told him that we are ready to support him.
And that's all for the business news. Sports is next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Joaquinho, he did lose to Len.
And now in sports. The JKT Tanzania under-17 and under-20 teams are in the final stages of preparing for the January youth competition organized by Azam and the Football Federation.
Kikubwa sisi tunatarajia ubingwa, kikubwa tunatarajia ubingwa na kuwafanya vijana waweze kupata nafasi kuonekana. Kila timu lazima uheshimu, lakini na sisi tunajiandaa kadri ya uwezo wetu ili tuweze kuleta nini, hatuendi kushiriki, tunaenda kushindana. Hatuwezi kushiriki, tunaenda kushindana.
And Cristiano Ronaldo has reportedly given his Globe Soccer Player of the Year award to Bayern Munich forward Robert Lewandowski in an incredible gesture. Here's more.
Juventus superstar Ronaldo was set to pick up the honor in Dubai on Sunday afternoon after a fan vote deemed him 2020's top performer. But due to Sport claimed the 35-year-old and agent Jorge Mendes opted to turn it down. They felt it was unfair and think Ronaldo won it based on his own popularity, with Lewandowski being the deserved winner. Lewandowski has scored 55 goals in 2020 and helped Bayern romp to the treble, topped off by a Champions League triumph in the summer. Ronaldo did manage to notch an award for himself, however, and he was named Player of the Century.
Jurgen Klopp said Liverpool only had themselves to blame for failing to maintain their 100% home record in the Premier League this season. A struggling West Brom claimed a valuable point at Anfield.
Semi Ajayi cancelled out Sadio Mane's early goal with an 82nd minute header, as Sam Allardyce made it 4 visits to Anfield unbeaten with 4 different clubs. Liverpool, dominant in the first half, were flat in the second and lost a central defender, Joel Matip, to an adductor injury. Klopp said it doesn't feel like a defeat, but they have a point more than before, so it is completely fine in that sense. The extent of Matip's injury is expected to be known today, but Klopp fears the central defender faces another spell on the sidelines.
Jose Mourinho questioned the ambition of his team after Tottenham let victory slip from their grasp by conceding another late equaliser. Here's more.
No Premier League team have dropped as many points from winning positions this season as Spurs, who scored thanks to Tanguy Ndombele in the opening minute and spent most of the rest of the match trying to protect their lead. Wolves, sleek and relentless, refused to let them and deserved the equaliser. Romain Saïss scored 4 minutes from time heading into the net after a corner. Earlier this month, Spurs conceded a similar goal to Liverpool in the last minute, and the following week they had to settle for a draw after conceding a late equalizer from a free kick against Crystal Palace. After that match, Mourinho insisted his team's conservatism had not been ordered by him, and he made a similar complaint at Molineux, lamenting his team's reluctance to attack with more convictions when leading 1-0.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good night.